Cancer, born June 21st to July 22nd. What can you expect for the month of January 2017? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, Cancers. So I feel like some of you have received some bad news. I feel like my head's bashed in. like what? So, here's the good news. So in January, what once was lost, I feel like can be put back together that is shiny and new, and new hope is there. So whatever it was that kind of hit you on the side of the head or put you on a spin or took you for a loop last month can be untangled and new beginnings can happen this month. So we're going to get into that in just a little bit. Let's first go to relationships. For those of you that are coupled and a romantic relationship, what you can expect for the month of January. Well, it feels like, there's a really nice, the word is ordinary. There's an ordinary everydayness to the relationship. And there's a lot of people take solace and comfort in that, in knowing their partner's habits, knowing their mood swings, knowing how they're going to respond. And there's actually a security or a safety in that, because it's like, okay, that it's defined as, I get that. That's who they are, who they've become. And I feel like this month, you may see like the lid coming off of that and being able to examine things differently to improve your relationship. So some of you may be doing some self-help things this month. Some of you may be meeting with therapists or counselors. Some of you may have an opportunity to read books or do some spiritual awakenings that are going to help you really deepen your relationship with your partner. And then I also feel like towards the end of the month, there's a really nice, especially end of January going into February, like finally, like a real break that you get to have with your partner that really feels easy and enjoyable. And I feel like this month's a busy month, so it feels like there's some catch-up time at the end of the month and moving into February. Okay, so let's look at single Cancers and your interest in creating a romantic relationship. Well, some of you, two things are going. Some of you are just afraid to get involved. You're afraid of getting hurt. And then there's others that are just picky, that you're just really picky, and which is fine, right? I don't ever think that anybody should settle in a relationship. And I feel like this month, when you let go of some of the barriers that you've put or placed around a relationship, or the fears that you have, in other words, like, oh, I'm leaving college and I don't know where I'm going to be hired, so I don't want to meet anybody right now because I don't want it to derail my career. Or, or same with high school. I'm in high school, I'm going off to college, or, or any age bracket. I've got kids right now and there's just too much going on with them and I don't want to bring anybody into that relationship. I think when you stop putting kind of parameters about when and how the universe should serve your soulmate up, I think you're going to be happily surprised that the soulmate will come at the perfect timing. And that may be actually the person who solves the problem that you're dealing with or helps you deal with that problem. And it may not be what you want, but it may be what you need. So part of what you're being asked to do is, if you want a relationship, Cancer, is to stop putting so many barriers around how it needs to look, and really surrender to it and say, you know what, bring me the right and perfect person that's going to love me fully and accept me fully for who I am, and that I will love them fully and accept them for who they are, and have that all levels hit, that they're attractive to me, that they're financially successful, that we're on the same page, in terms of, communication, everything that you need that will make you and fulfill you. So I think if you set that intention, Cancer, you can absolutely have some of that happen for you this month. Now, let's move. There's actually a full moon in Cancer on January 12th. Now, that may be a little bit like putting your finger in a light socket, so there might be something that you hear that could shock you. Now, this could be something about, it could be anything from a secret that your best friend didn't tell you, that everybody else knew. It could be, it could be shocking information like that. It could be shocking information about a family. It could be about, it could even be about our nation, right? So there's some shocking stuff that happens around January 12th. Um, that could cause a little emotion for you, a little upset. Just know that the best thing to do is to not react and instead to kind of like relax around that. And then you'll be able to get more information and how to approach it later on, okay? Like in the next couple of days after that, because there's another new moon in Aquarius, January 28th, 29th, and that's really positive for you in terms of new creativity, problem solving, communications, lifestyle, really broadening your horizons, kind of like all good things, new things, and that whatever sort of happened, in the middle of January will be done and over with, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, for those of you that are looking career and money, Cancers, let's see what can happen with that. So this can be a big month for you, and especially for any of you who are writing, creating, communication. You could really get you could get a book sold. You could get your face could be in a magazine. There's a lot of notoriety around writing, creating, career. So what you want to do is, if you are in that profession, you want to put a lot of energy and effort into that because it's really likely to get noticed and picked up, and you're likely to get paid for it. So if you start a blog or anything like that, that could even get picked up and you can get paid for it. So just be aware, pass that around and see what happens, because there's a likelihood that you could earn money from that. So all in all, using your creativity is going to be good for you and could bring in money for the month of January. Okay, let's look at your health for Cancers. So really needing not to burn the candle at both ends, really needing to know your limits, really needing to drink plenty of water and bring balance into the body. And just the biggest thing it feels like is not burning yourself out, not partying too hard and working too hard and not having enough sleep. It's gonna wear on you. So I think knowing your own body, knowing your own limits, and then responding in kind to them is really going to be good for you. And then anything unexpected for Cancers in January. You may be offered an unexpected job at the end of the month, especially like anytime from January 20th on. There could be an unexpected paying job that comes in where somebody wants to use you, your career, your talent, and they seek you out. So it's unexpected, it's welcomed, and I'm not really picking up any reason why you shouldn't do it, so go for it. All right, Cancers, it feels like this is a really easy, open month. There are some challenges, around the middle of the month, around that January 12th date, but nothing that you can't get through. And by the end of the month, you'll be flying high again. So, and here's the other thing: it doesn't always have to be bad, right? Because I can't see. I mean, we're talking to a group of Cancers here, so there can be some of you that won't have any problems at all around that aspect. None at all. It's going to be fine. It's like, I don't even know what she's talking about. In that case, I say good. Right? So just know that you may have already dealt with that aspect at another time, or you're immune to it. And either way, you have the skills and the ability to deal with what's coming. And I do feel like overall this month is a really open and prosperous month for you, especially around money and creativity. So really put the focus on those and you're really going to be happy. All right, Cancers, have a terrific month. Thank you for viewing and connecting with me in 2016. I wish you a very happy new year, happy 2017, wishing you lots of prosperity. Thank you for viewing and liking and sharing my intuitive astrology, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.